Video game?
All right, we got the music, we got everything. We're coming up in five, four, three, two, one. Yeah!
Whoa! Look how I moved that. Is that my song?
I don't know what it is.
Oh my God. I thought this one was shooting at me. I'm always thinking that. Everything's. Listen, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. As you know, I used to have two birds. Now I have one. I lost one. I'm not going to get into it. It's it's been a day. It's been a day. But I've got to tell you something. You really know who your friends are when they know how close something is to you and they're just going to talk about something totally different. But like, and then come back as a second thing, you know. Uh, let's not get into it, but suddenly all the birds look like my birds on the street, okay? And we are driving around playing bird music, flock music. We were driving, they just did it 2 hours ago. My husband looks at this building and says, "Where did the bird go?" I said, "Bird went over that building." He said, "Bird could go over that building." I go, "Mark, the bird went over the building." He went like a bullet. He went, whoo! And he was gone. I go, "Chi-Chi!" I was like, "Chi-Chi!" And that felt bad because I was like, "Chi-Chi!" I was like, "Chi-Chi, please, Chi-Chi!" Now I'm falling apart on the deck. I'm like, "Chi-Chi, don't go!" And the other one's like, "Bitch, I'm getting ready to go. You left the motherfucking door open. That's why my sister's gone." And it was hanging on to and I have to get rid of, and I was going to get rid of this. I was going to get rid of this bathrobe. It's so torn up, but I love it so much. That one with the hood, you don't even see it. It's so torn up. I didn't even feel the bird swinging. I thought it was just torn up. So I'm walking on my deck with the bird swinging, and guess where I was going? To pick up a broom. I just went to go get a broom. That's all I did. I walked out. I went to go get a broom, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" And the bird's just gone. And now I realize, well, the government places are closed. And I need this. I mean, I'm just so depressed. I can't begin to tell you. So if you think that's depressing, someone's like, "Oh, Sunday, you're all over. I saw you all over the comedy store. What happened to your hand?" I was like, "Nothing." I was wearing some brace that made me look like a monster. The first brace, the one with the mummy fall off stuff, where you're like, "Rah, rah." That, you just don't want to be seen in that. Because once you reach a certain age and somebody sees you with a limp, you better make believe you pimping like John Gotti. Because I bet you all never knew why he walked like that. Everybody like that Italian bop he had. But what really happened, because my father told me, is that a cement truck rolled over his foot and crushed his foot. That's a true story. And that's how he ended up like that. Nobody knew that they. So that's why all Italians, if you ever notice, they try to do an impression of Italians, like, "Hey, will you?" No, you couldn't walk. Oh my God, which totally reminds me of a joke that I told that was terrible because I think the person saw it. But I was talking about when you have one handicap, people mistake every other handicap for that. So I had a boyfriend that was disabled. He couldn't. He had polio. So don't tell me there's no polio if you don't get a shot. There's polio, because he had it. And why am I telling you this? Because I could never go out. My mother would never let me go anywhere. She would think I'm going out somewhere. It makes your kids lie. That's why I was telling them, like, have fun. I'm the worst mother. What do I tell you at the end? Have fun, I tell them. Not my mother. When I was going roller skating, she was like, "You better not eat one of those hot dogs at that Paramus roller skating rink. You better not eat those hot dogs." I'm skating, with the Quentin music from Dark Shadows, and I get Sunda Kroonquist, please come to the front, Sunda Kroonquist. She's like, "Are you eating those hot dogs?" I was like, "I can't, how do you page me?" Because she thought I was making out with my boyfriend, all right? I was eating those hot dogs. They were so good. So I went to the bathroom. I saw something move, and I didn't tell my mother until 25 years later. She said, "Are you crazy? Why wouldn't you tell a doctor?" Like she's an old Jew. A doctor. Why wouldn't you tell a doctor? Can you imagine having parasites in you? You don't tell your mother. You're so scared. You're so scared. And you got to be really, you tell how scared they are of me, right? It's a whole different world. Why? Because we have the one and only Aaron McIntyre here. Give him a round of applause, the director of the film Actors Cafe, along with those funny things you asked me to do for you. That's Billy Ramirez who does those posts. And that's my real nose, by the way. And it is my real nose. And I like to start things and kind of get it hot, so we're going to start hot, hot, hot. Is that racist if I do that? Okay, then let me bring him to the stage. The one and only Guillermo Ramirez. All right, there you go. You're not going up tonight? You're not here? Oh, I'm kidding. It's Billy Ramirez. It's still Ramirez. He's still Spanish at the end of the day. Don't change it.
Anytime I get a spam email, it's like, Dear William, like, that's not for me. Thank you. It's nice being here in this men's support group with our counselor and her supervisor. There's cookies and fruit punch out in the hallway. Today's topic is reframing masculinity as we age. Actually, that kind of does make sense because is anyone else getting old? I'm getting old. I think, yeah, I know. Sorry, sorry for bringing it up. But as a guy though, as your 20s just become a more and more distant memory. Like eventually, you have to accept the fact that at least some of us, me specifically, I don't think I'm ever going to star in an action movie. I don't think that's ever going to happen now, which is fine because like I have dreams of being an action movie star. That doesn't mean I'd be a good one. Like if I'd been in Die Hard would have been 15 minutes and called Dead. And then if I were in Taken, it'd be 15 minutes, but also it'd still be called Taken because that's the only thing it wouldn't be called Rescued. It'd be like Taken. Like you're where? And good luck to you. Anyways, but yeah, I'm getting old. And like I don't have children and I'm not married, so I don't have like milestones to compare aging to, but like it just creeps up in different ways. Like just more and more white stubble and then white hair is like everywhere. Yeah, they don't apparently they don't make just for pubes. You got to use the regular stuff if you want to do a little touching up. Yeah. And then I also have to accept the fact that never will be as airtight as I ever was. Anyone have that problem too? Like, so sometimes if someone offers me a little hit of the old jazz lettuce, I might have to turn it down. Not because like I don't like the old jazz lettuce, but sometimes it's just like sometimes I toot when I cough. So I'm just trying to prevent that. I get the toots, and then more and more frequently, I also toot when I sneeze, and that's a very interesting feeling. It just that's weird. It feels like you're imploding. Yeah. And then also, I hate to be very specific, but having your O-ring snap shut so quickly feels like oddly good. No, I'm just saying. Anyways, and then I'm starting to yawn like my dad used to, and he used to bug the ever-living hell out of me because he had the loudest yawns. Just, and then now that I'm starting to approach my dad's age, I kind of know why. It's because old. That's why. So I'm starting to get those old man dad yawns. But and I know those aren't very appealing. But on the upside, now if I ever go to karaoke, I know I can crush it with any Michael McDonald, Doobie Brothers impression. Minute by minute. Anyways, whatever. See what else. I was talking to my brother this weekend. And this conversation brought up a memory from about 35 years ago, from the early 1990s. Okay, and in this memory, now this is gonna. It might sound like this is gonna be an anti-grocery outlet joke, but this is a pro-grocery outlet joke. So hang on with me. I know, grocery outlet is sponsoring this show and offering generic name brand pork. And I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm just bringing up memories of growing up poor. Has anyone ate like just pork out of a can and said pork? Yeah. Anyways. But back in the days when sometimes I ate pork out of a can that just said pork. Back in the early '90s, my family, we all got violently sick off of Neapolitan ice cream from Grocery Outlet. Like, I mean, just an eruption, Pompeian level, and that might be too graphic, but we got violently sick. And when my dad and I felt well enough, we finally went back to the store to return the remaining ice cream, the contraband. And I don't remember exactly what he and the manager talked about, but I do remember the very end of the conversation where the manager reached his hand out, took the remaining ice cream from my dad, looked him dead in the face and said, I'm going to send this back to the lab. And this recent conversation with my brother reminded us that it's been about 35 years, and we never heard back from Grocery Outlet, the discount grocery store. And also, I'm pretty sure the Grocery Outlet, discount grocery store, doesn't have a goddamn lab. Like, they lied. They made up a lab just to save 49 cents worth of ice cream. And, and here's the pro Grocery Outlet point, right? Grocery Outlet is a discount grocery store, right? They have room to be shady. Like, the manager could look my dad in the face. It's like, oh, you got sick? And, it's like, yeah, conversation over, like, oh, you got sick off a Grocery Outlet and you pulled an ice cream? It happens, it's just, they can even use it in their advertisement, like, oh, Grocery Outlet, but did you die? Grocery Outlet. And then I've been wearing glasses pretty much my entire life, pretty much since that Grocery Outlet incident. So there might be a link there, or the pork from the can. Yeah. Anyways, but I've been wearing glasses since like pretty much my entire life, and I think the big glasses fad is ending. I don't know. I think Sunda might still be hanging on to it, like the big giant glasses fad. Like I'm sorry, I've never liked the giant glasses fad. Because now, like hip popular people, they can go get glasses anywhere in 30 minutes. They can go to the Peter Parker or whatever at the mall and get any frames they want. But now, instead of being able to get any frames they want, people to be popular, they instead get the frames that poor kids had to wear in the early 90s. And I should know because I was a poor kid in the early 90s. And yes, every time I'd go to the optometrist full of hope, which was my first mistake. Don't ever have hope. And, I go and see like all these floor-to-ceiling displays of frames. Like, oh, man, look at that. The neon and color. It's early 90s. And it's like, oh, surely I won't look like a dork in those. And then the optometrist would lead us to this corner desk, and from under the desk would pull out this dusty box of just the ugliest glasses you've ever seen. And that's what I got to choose from, right? Felt like a lost and found box full of the ugliest frames you've seen. Actually, more accurately, more like a found and lost. Like found, a box full of ugly glasses. Lost, your chances of making friends for the school year. I don't have time for that. All right, we'll stop there. Actually, hold on. What do I have here on the other side? Yeah, I was. Who does anyone here believe in UFOs? Yeah. I believe in UFOs for one very simple reason, is that they're unidentified. If someone were to come up to me like, dude, like, you can't believe what I saw, what I think I saw. I don't know, like up in the sky, it was like the silvery thing, and it was spinning, and like it just, I don't know, it looked like it might have been aliens or something like. So, but do you know what it is? Like, no, it's kind of a thing. Like, all right, I could believe you, but if someone were like, oh no, man, I saw a giant bowl of spaghetti flying. It's like, you've identified it as such, as a flying bowl of spaghetti. Yes. Okay, from now on, you can't be alone with my children. Anyways, all right. My name is Billy Ramirez. You can find me at billyramirez.com and on TikTok and Instagram at middle-aged muchacho. Please welcome back to the stage, or if maybe she wants me to introduce. Uh-oh. Did you find your bird? Did you find your bird?
The birds are coming back.
Yeah.
Back.
You ever listen to Jeremy Hott's Lost Bird album? It's pretty good. But you probably won't like it. Consider it.
I've heard everything with Jeremy.
Yeah.
Jeremy cost me a gig with the Chabad. He's so crazy.
Uh-oh. Let's hear that story.
You want to hear the story?
Sunder Kronquist.
Here's the story. Thank you, Billy. Here's the story. So how do I test people? I'll put you in front of Chabad. If you can work clean, you can work for Chabad. But of course, right? If you can work for Chabad, you can work anywhere. Anywhere, and we all know. Well, Billy, let me share it with you. I get Jeremy Hotz, who's one of my favorite comedians. I mean, is he not funny? Okay, but you had to know him like 30 years ago when he was very young and very entitled. And the parents are from South Africa. And Jerry, please calm down. Please. I've never seen kids coddled so much as in L.A. I've never seen anything like it. Because, your mother picked up a shoe. My mother would say the strap, all right? The strap, which is a whole different word. All I know is that I lost my memory when I was telling, okay, Jeremy Hotz, I say to him, this is a clean show, this is a clean, so you know what? I could do this here. And Jeremy, you know you did it. So you have to know my rabbi, okay? My rabbi's off the chain, all right? His name is Rabbi Chaim Mentz. He's got the whole 9, 10, 11 with the little curls, And his son is fine. He's gorgeous. I wanted him for one of my daughters. But now he hasn't flown the coop. Oh, no, not flown the coop. Oh, my God. Killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Oh, my God. Why do they have more 2 in the bush? Oh, my God. Everything has to do with my birds. Sorry. All right, now I'm going to compose myself. Jeremy Hotz is on stage, and I say to him, Jeremy, it has to be clean. He goes, son, I've done the Tonight Show. Okay, you have a different generation now. They're like, what? You're like, this is so much tonight. Okay. He gets to the end of his act. They love him. And you know it's great when Jews love you. Because when they don't love you, your worst audience, black Jews and gays. The worst, okay? Gay people are like, who did that joke? Let them do it because you are horrible. Okay? Jews are like, Seinfeld said it. Black people. That's Paul Mooney. Everybody has something, and he's killing. And I mean, they really enjoy him. He says to this couple, how many kids do you have? They have 6 kids. Wow, 6 kids. So, did you do it a lot from behind? And I'm like, did he just say? But it's not a bad word, right? Right? It's not a bad word. But my rabbi's crazy. He didn't always have a white beard. It was a red beard, all right? Many of you have seen him performing here, but he wasn't funny that day because I do the Jewish cough. As opposed to black people say, shut your ass up and sit down. That's the way it should be done. That's why black women should raise Jewish children, because Jewish children don't listen. You need somebody to tell your ass, no, sit your ass down, be quiet. I'm Mora Shaniqua, all right? Jeremy proceeds with the joke. He's like, I got this. He goes, so when you're making love from behind, do you squeeze your boobs? And the rabbi jumps up and says, get him off. You're no man of the Torah. Jeremy Hotz says, don't you know who the hell I am? I'm on the Tonight Show. This woman said, did he say Tonight Show? We're all here. No, they don't have televisions. They have a fucking television. So then he says, this is why I hate being a Jew, as he screams and runs up the stairs at the Laugh Factory. And the rabbi says to me, go get him. And I'm like, no, because you're crazy. Your ass is crazy, Rabbi. I got the craziest rabbi. That's all I got to say. He's brilliant. Who is it? Come in.
Come on in.
Come in. Oh, my God. I'm going to get a fucking stick.
No.
Don't let him in. Give me a key.
No.
Give me a key. Lock him out.
No, I'm locking him out. Get
Lock
up
him
on
out.
stage.
Lock him out.
You're working.
You're right. Lock him out. I forgot. That one has a couple of personalities. Because, look, you hear the girl and the guy? That's the same person. And sometimes he's Chinese. That's the same person. Do you see the stress I'm under, Aviva? They laugh at me. But that is this. I know it doesn't sound like it, but it is the same person. It's just one person. I know. Randy's like, this is not really happening, is it? It is. It's the same person. And if you don't believe it, have you heard? We've got the comedy of Randy Steinberg. Let's do it. Come on. Let's do it. That's you. Aren't you going up? Oh, you're not. Well, no, he's with me for tonight, so don't bring him up yet. Don't bring him up yet, because we're not interrupting the whole show for you as much as we love you, because you have a full head of hair. Look at you Jesse Waters-looking motherfucker. All right, so listen, did I say that? I want to kick Jesse Waters' ass, too. I don't like him. And the only problem I have with Fox is they're so blonde. Did you notice that you need glasses when you watch Fox? It's like a halo. They all got a halo. Shannon Breen. I always have to wear glasses when I'm watching, except the drunk guy in the morning. I like him. And I like the black gay guy, too. He's great. He is so great. He's like, yeah, because I was out with my girlfriend that night when that happened. What? When it gets real. He goes, what? All right, so speaking of being real, I'm going to bring up the director of the Film Actors Cafe, who can teach you how to be real and how to feel. Let's give it up for the one and only Aaron McIntyre.
All right, I'm going to do something a little different tonight.
All right, here we go.
I'm going to give you an acting class, little 10-minute acting class, all right? I ain't going to do the fucking thing about my mother or, my name or my mental illness. My shitty body that is falling apart. I got a retarded fucking esophagus, okay? And I can say that because it told me it could. I could. All right, so basically what it comes down to, the first thing you got to do as an actor, especially if you're on stage, you got to point toward the audience, okay? You just got to make sure that you point toward the audience, you know? And even if you see these people, even when they're walking like, you got to walk behind somebody, you know? They walk like this, you know? And they talk to each other like this, even though they're right next to each other. Point toward the audience, very, very important. That's lesson 1. I think I'm going to go on to lesson 2 now. Basically, what it comes down to is you have to have a feeling for the character you are playing. If you are playing someone from another country, you will be expressing yourself differently only because that's the way the people do it around you. I have to say, Billy, it is so cute that you toot. You know, I mean, that's very cute. You know, I full out fart, okay? Full fart. Comes right on, which is a word I could never say at home. My mother, she would not let me. She would never let me do it. She never let me say the word fart. We couldn't say fart. One time I sang that, that little tune, Danny had a steamboat. Steamboat had a bell. Danny went to heaven. Steamboat went to hell. You never heard that one? Well, Steamboat went to hello, operator. It's supposed to just go right into hello, operator, but as soon as I said hell, whack, right across the face. It was tough. And then I went and took care of her. I'm not doing my acting class now, am I? No, I'm talking about my mom again. I can't get her out of my head. Oh, I did a great job. She died. She wanted to go. She would have loved that joke too. She would have laughed. Now, actually, she used to listen to these books on tape, right? So she'd listen to the books. Oh, I'm talking about my mother again. I was going, yeah, it's real. It happened. This is real life, people. She used to listen to these books on tape. They weren't on tape. They were on Alexa, which she could never say. She could never say the word. I'd go, Mom, you have to say, Alexa, do something, right? And she'd go, Alicia. And she'd say every other fucking name in the book that started with A. And she could just never get it. So I would have to come in and go, Alexa, play the fucking Western novel. She loved Westerns and detective novels, right? So she's listening to this detective novel one day. And I walk into the room, and I hear the audio on the thing is saying, and then he took his hand and he slid it down her back, drenched in sweat, to her ample buttocks. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm getting the hell out of this room, man. I'm getting out of here. So I left and I came back later, and she's, of course, she's laying back smoking a cigarette, I said, how was it? She goes, it was interesting. That's all I got out of her. She tried to trip me one time. Yeah. So that there dementia, that'll do it to you. I'm telling you. You start doing crazy shit. One time I said, don't you remember the other day when you tried to trip me? And she goes, oh, yeah, that was when I was having one of my spells. So you remember. And once you do remember, you don't apologize. Is that what you're saying to me? Yeah. Anyway, so I do teach an acting class here on Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. Just drop in, see if you like it. It's going to be fun, I promise. I have been doing it for a while. I know I look like a spring chicken. You must say, oh, when did you start teaching? When you were 10? No. It was a little bit later than that. But, so going through my issues, right? Because I can't do the acting class now because I got interrupted. So I'm just going to do the rest of this shit. So anyway, I'm bald, okay? I'm white. I mean, What else, right? I know. It's amazing, isn't it? I do have that olive complexion, so you can't really tell. But yeah, bald, white. Got hair growing everywhere except where I want it, you know. Does not grow up here, but it grows all over everywhere else. I had to have a nose job because I got a deviated septum, right? So the deviated septum, I go in and I say, every time, it's like there's this click. I have to do this, and it clicks because otherwise my nostrils collapses. And she goes, oh, yeah, the deviated septum. And that's not racist. That's the way she talks, okay? The deviated. So anyway, they fixed that, so that's straight, you know. But now this part is worse. So now it really collapses. I don't know what the fuck she did up there, you know. But so now I can't sleep on my left side. I have to sleep on my right side so the gravity opens up my nostril. I said I got a stupid esophagus. This stupid esophagus, I don't know. Has anybody ever experienced this where, you know how when you swallow, it's like your brain knows how to swallow, doesn't it? Right? You learn how to swallow. And, you know, either that or you really miss and then it doesn't go down and then, then you got to cough it up, right? But no, that's not my esophagus. My esophagus is really stupid because it's supposed to get behind the food, right? It's like when you swallow, the food comes and then it goes like this and it squeezes it down into your stomach, right? No, my esophagus grabs hold of it. Just grabs hold of it and says, nope, we're going down. And it feels like there's a rock that is going down. Yeah, it happens all the time. And I literally have to stop everything and go, and everybody's like, are you having a heart attack? Jesus. They think there's something wrong with me. And I'm like, no, it's something that happens all the time. It's my retarded esophagus. Yeah, and then the rest of the package, it's not much to look at. Got no ass, but I mean, I've got an ass, but you really got to look for it. So yeah, the whole package is pretty bad. The package, from what I've been told, is pretty darn good. I will say that. So that's one thing I got going for me. But yeah, I was married for 18 years. Thank you very much. Yes. That was enough for her and for me. You know, I'm like, my parents were married for 73 years. And they finally split up when my dad died. So, I'm a very loyal person. So I committed to this marriage. And I was like, I am sticking to this marriage no matter what. And after about 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, I started going, why did I make this commitment? So I was like, I'm sticking with it. And then finally she came to me one day and she goes, I can't take you anymore. And we have to end this. And I was like, thank God. Oh, I was so happy. So happy. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be dating anymore, because of the package and because I'm too picky. I'm way too picky. Way too picky for how I look. But I got very lucky my whole life for what's here, because I had some pretty hot girlfriends. Yeah, I did. My wife was pretty hot. And, I think she was just a very unhappy person with me. Yeah. What was the last thing I was going to say about that? I can't remember. Something about that. Being picky. Yeah, I'm too picky. But, that's what it is. It's not really a big deal. It's not really a big deal because I'm the best lover I've ever had. I am so good, I can make it last long. I can make it like that. It doesn't really matter. I can make it happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Where can we find you?
You can find me at Aaron McIntyre everywhere. It's AERON MACINTYRE. And also stop by. LA School of Comedy, 7 p.m., baby. It's going to be great.
Yes.
We're doing great comedy scripts. And here's Sunda Krunquist,
And the funniest,
our queen.
The funniest is I was thinking of Aaron today. One of his funniest jokes, which he doesn't think is funny, is that he has a student because he's an acting teacher. So you can imagine he goes through an acting coach, right? People are trying to emote and they're doing this and that. The guy loses his dog and he's got to call the dog. What's the dog's name?
What was his name? Tom Hogan's or some weird fucking name. It's like Tim Duncan's. Tim Duncan's was the name of the freaking dog.
The dog's name's Tim Gunn. So he loses a dog. He has to act. And he has his, he's lost his dog. My daughter says to me today, "You're not loud enough for the bird." Because I'm like, Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi's like, "Call it." I was like, Chi-Chi! And I thought about Aaron because he says to the guy, did you ever have a dog? Do you know what it feels like? Did they ever find a dog? Or is that just a script?
It's just a script. It was a script that he was doing. And he's going, Tom Duncan's.
That's the way he was calling for the dog. So I felt that way today because she was just like, "You're not loud enough." But I'll be loud tomorrow. That bird's got to come back.
We're going to go on a walk every day. We'll get our steps in.
Okay, well, the joke is you're growing hair stubble on your ears.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. We go in and out of these classes. That's how, what can I do, Aviva? If it comes to me, I got to hold on to it. Hey, sometimes you got to go when you look like the talent of Armando. Let's do it, Armando.
Yeah.
Now, are you doing your 5 tonight, Phil?
We'll go 10. We'll go 10.
You're doing
Yes.
Okay.
Very, very happy to be representing the Film Actors Cafe with this beautiful brand new shirt, fresh off the box right here. Beautiful. Love this pumpkin right here. Very festive as well. Good evening, everybody. I'm gonna give you the classic set here. I love saying good evening, although some people find it creepy. I gotta tell you, especially girls, they look at me, they're like, "Why does this guy sound like he's about to drink my blood?" Like, "Good evening. Can I interest you in my doll collection?" But I like the way that it sounds. Good evening, everybody. I think it elevates. I think it sounds classy. At a local drive-thru to McDonald's, instead of saying, "Hey, what you doing? I'll take the chicken nuggets." Why not enhance the experience with a "good evening"? Can I take 12 of your finest chicken figments, a lush malt, and a duet of bovine medallion shrouded in dairy veil? I think that's a fancy way of saying double cheeseburger. Big good evening, everybody. My name is Armando Yee Jr. There's Armando Yee 1.0, Armando Yee 2.0. I got the good English, thankfully. But a lot of people say Armando Yee. They look at me, they say, "Yee? You don't look like a Yee. What is that? Korean, Filipino, one of those non-binary pronouns, Yi. It is Chinese. I'm Mexican Chinese. I'm Mexinese, yes. My dad is a quarter Chinese. My mother is Mexican, and of course that makes me 100% confused, especially when people ask me, "What kind of rice do you like, Armando? Do you like the white rice, brown?" I like it all. I love to eat. I love food. I got to tell you, the most Chinese part of my body, and I've said this for a very long time, the most Chinese part of my body is my brain. It allows me to calculate things very quickly. Yes, I can calculate how many tacos I can eat before I pass out. It's called 11. I can also calculate how much free chips and salsa I can get before they start charging me. So definitely have that nice Chinese brain for calculation, comes in handy. But I was born and raised in San Diego, California, and I grew up in Tijuana, and I'd have to cross the border every single day. And crossing the border every day, you become bilingual very quickly. Yeah, I learned Spanish, English, and Border Patrol small talk. Yeah. Border Patrol small talk is real. Coming up to the border, this is some of my very first English that I learned. Officer knocks on the window, and this was young man. I said, Good morning, officer." Officer asks you roll down the window. You roll down the window. He says, "Anything to declare?" And these really were some of my very first English words. I say, no declaration. No apple, no banana, no mango. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't check my backpack. I've got 3 bean and cheese burritos, an extra large bag of hot Cheetos, and my cousin Jorge hiding in a Pringles can. Hope he doesn't find that. By the time I sat down in the classroom, I'd been patted down, profiled, cross-examined, and interrogated. And that was just by my grandmother, mi abuelita, who wanted to make sure that I had my little lunch, my little tacos for school. But I got to tell you, speaking of my grandmother, mi abuelita, she is 82 years of age, and she still loves to get crunk. My grandma loves Tecate beer. She really does. Yes, she at this point, more than beer, I think it's her daily vitamins and supplements. I say, "Abuelita, did you take your meds today?" And she says, "Oh, sí, mijo. Yes, mijo. I just took 2 cold ones with lime." I said, Abuelita, 2 cold ones with lime. I was actually like, see. Sometimes I'll walk into the house and she's supposed to be taking care of the kids, the music, la banda's blasting. I see her with a Tecate beer doing the classic greeting of the arriba, abajo, al centro, pa dentro. I walk in, I'm not sure if she's babysitting or if it's a quinceañera. It really is a very lively environment. It's unbelievable. But the best, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this. Reading, most grandparents put their kids to sleep reading them fairy tale stories, little books. My grandmother, she'll just read whatever's on the beer can. She'll be like, once upon a time, proudly brewed in Mexico since 1944. Yes, right on the beer can it says that. And all the kids love it. They're like, oh, abuelita, wow, yes, tell us that one again of the cerveza con carácter, the beer with character. That's what it translates into. And she really is wonderful. I got to tell you, it's amazing what she can do. She can have a pan for cooking in one hand, a toddler in another hand, and she still somehow manages to open a beer can with her dentures. Like, yes. More than abuelita, she is the super abuelita, la mujer maravilla de Tecate, mi abuelita Lupita. I love my grandmother. 82 years and going strong. She's having a little knee issue now these days, but she's going to make it through. Hopefully she doesn't need surgery. But I got to tell you guys, as a Hispanic Latino man right now, the ICE situation, you may have been hearing about this. It's getting intense. It's so intense that right now I've been having to declare that I'm a U.S. citizen more often than ever before, everywhere that I go, really. Places like a Starbucks. I'll be ordering my coffee. I was like, hey, good afternoon. I'll take a medium coffee. My name's Armando, born and raised here, by the way. You know, hotspots like Target. I immediately put everybody at ease. I say, relax, everybody. I'm not here for jobs. I'm here for socks. U.S. citizen here. And things got so serious. I was down visiting my mother just recently, and she doesn't even call me Armando anymore. She just yells, citizen! Citizen, she yells citizen. Yeah, there you go. She yells, citizen, la comida, it's ready. And that's when I knew I had to change something. I immediately changed my Tinder profile. I am on Tinder. Yes, I am on Tinder. Now it says, loves long walks on the beach, and is a U.S. citizen for 34 years. Otherwise, I got to tell you, this is true. I've gotten this once or twice before, actually. Otherwise, girls will ask me, yes, but are you deportable? They ask me, are you deportable? Yeah. I say, I said, deportable or deplorable or both? And they're like, are you deportable? I'm like, no, I live here in Santa Monica. And I'm a U.S. citizen, thank you. And I love living in Santa Monica. One of the things that I love about Santa Monica are the self-driving cars, the Waymos. I love the self-driving cars because it dawned on me that I can unleash. I have a little bit of road rage, to be honest with you guys. I have a little bit of road rage. And back in the day, you'd lay on the horn on somebody, like, boop, and you'd ruin somebody's whole day. They'd flip me off. They'd curse me. I've been chased down the freeway for 3 exits. And now with a self-driving car, I can just lay on the horn, boop, for 20 minutes straight. And nothing's going to happen. The worst thing that can happen is the self-driving car be like, boop, feedback obtained, updating software. That's the worst thing that can happen. I realized this, by the way, because one of the self-driving cars got aggressive on me. One of those cars got aggressive. It cut me off, and I was so mad. I honked. I almost turned blue in the face. I was so upset, and then I realized there's nobody inside. There's nobody inside the car. And at that point, I wasn't even mad anymore. I was emotionally bonding with a mechanical device. That's when I realized that they're great for road rage therapy. And I got to tell you, I've paid hundreds for therapy. Now the best thing that I can do is tailgate a Waymo and scream at it. It's a lot cheaper and a lot more effective than going to therapy. So yes, self-driving cars, they are becoming self-driving. They're driving me right into emotional rectitude with their incredible ability to do that. Lastly here, I will mention I was able to beat a condition called IBS. Yep, IBS, no, not I bullshit. That is something else, as you can tell. I haven't overcome that. But IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, that's when you have to go number 2 at the most inopportune places. And it happened, number 2. And it happened to me at the Six Flags Magic Mountain, the worst place I didn't want. I said, no, why here? Of all the places in all the world, why Six Flags Magic Mountain, where hundreds, if not thousands of people have used this bathroom right here? But I had to go. I had to go. And so I walk into that facility. And it's just what you think. The faucets are running, toilet paper on the ground. You walk into the stall with no doors. Some of these stalls don't have doors. You see graffiti on the walls. You see graffiti on the toilet seat itself as well. I don't know if you've seen this in the ladies' bathroom. Sometimes you see it in men's bathroom. It's like somebody brought in tools to etch in a high-relief sculpture on the toilet seat. And I'm like, bro, you're not Banksy, you're Stanksy here, right here. So, but I had to go. I sit down on the seat, and you kind of make out what it says right there. It's like, I heart Aaron. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And you close the door if you're lucky to the stall. You close the door, and now all of a sudden motivational things start coming out. Somebody puts motivational stuff on the wall there. It says like, "Si se puede, you can do it. Hold on to it." And at that point, I don't need motivation. I just need to get through it. But I was able to beat IBS. I overcame it. I realized I'm just lactose intolerant. Now I'm boring. I drink almond milk to overcome that. And as a kid, I used to love going to Disneyland. As an adult, now I just like going. And I used to pray for success, and now I pray for success and regularity, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. Guys, thank you very much. My name's Armando Yi, and you can find me at the LA School of Comedy. I'll give it back to Sanda Kronkes. Thank you. I learned it.
That was great.
Thank you, Sanda.
You felt it, right? You felt the difference between it. Look at that, how he runs. Like I beat them after the show. You would think I was an animal. I'm so nice. I never raise my voice, right? I'm so nice. I'm here with Alan Weiss. Let's do this.
Okay, thank you. My name is Alan Weiss. Thank you. My last name means white. It's German, and a very popular last name for the Jews. Hitler was mad we took it first. He was like, 999. He wanted to be, white supremacist. That's what he wanted. Vice. But we got it first, the Jews. We did. Master race. Counting your money. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. I'm awkward. Like when I go to the gym, there's always those guys there. There's always guys at the gym. They're looking in the mirror. They're trying to look ripped and huge. So to help them out, I just stand next to them. To make them look bigger. Just not in the shower. Use a curtain. Put on a towel. You drop the soap. I'm also on spectrum. I'm on the spectrum, yeah. And I now tell this to all my first dates. Just found it a whole lot better that they know that eye contact will be rare and mostly accidental. Like my second dates. It's probably, I think I know why. It's probably because I don't pick up signals. So the ladies, we're at a bar and you're looking at me all night wondering why I haven't come over. Just know we're in a staring contest. And I'm winning. I went to my therapist, and she's like, because I was stressed, and she's like, you just got to find the humor in it. I looked everywhere. There it is. I was also there because I just can't sleep. It didn't work. Her couch was from IKEA. She told me I need to try CBTI, which is come back tomorrow for instructions. Well, no, it's actually cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia. And it's kind of like you take a negative thing and you reverse it to positive. Kind of like you kind of go like, if I don't sleep, I won't be able to function. And you change it to, don't worry, I don't have a girlfriend. That's how you do it. My therapist is like, you need to do meditation. And I just keep telling her, I can't get zen with you yelling, Namaste or else. One day, I was wandering around wandering around IKEA for 3 hours, and I still can't find where I parked. Stupid. I still can't also put can't also get the goods, the bed together. But anyway, I came out. I went into my closet and I pulled out some weights, and it was 20 pounds of personal baggage. It's just sad, and a bunch of skeletons. Should probably put those back. Okay. Waymos. You were talking about Waymos. Yeah, Waymos. I wrote a note about that for you. You know, when you honk at them, you know, the thing is they do get upset. I found out they release your whole entire Google search history. Like, oh, I didn't look at it. That wasn't my searches. I wasn't looking at big, black, you know, whatever. That wasn't me. That was my mother. No. My mom also has a lot of books, Erin. And she told me I can't throw any of her books. And I said, why? She said, because there's money in the books. There's no money. I looked through all of them. There's no money. There's no money. Don't know what that says. Okay. So I'm an accountant. Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. And people always go, are you really an accountant? Why would I lie about that? Because I look like I can't add? Because I look like I do drugs? Oh, I know. It's because I look like a tax gigolo. Hey, ladies. Who wants their taxes done? Hey, ladies. Who wants a huge deduction? Hey, ladies. Who wants to make a dependent? Okay, more serious now. Hey, ladies. My tax bracket finally just went up. Hey, ladies. Who wants to suck my cash flow? Hey, ladies. Who wants to come over and be my head of household for tonight? So I can make a deposit in your 401k. You know what I'm talking about. You and you and you. 401k. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. I went on a date. I know, shock here. I didn't get a second date. Bad eye contact. Stupid. And the first thing she said, she's like, hi, my name is Laura, and I projectile vomited this morning. I stayed. That was a great date. Didn't get a second date. I went on I didn't start dating until later in life. I didn't start dating until I was 34. My mom wouldn't let me. And I went to a singles mixer. And I went up to this girl, the first girl I went to, and I was like, hey. And she's like, oh, I have a boyfriend. I was like, wow, that was fast. It wasn't me. I went on to a Jewish singles mixer, since I'm Jewish, obviously. And this non-Jewish girl came up to me and says, you look like a horny Jew. I froze because I thought I had those removed. Woo. Okay. For culture, I decided I needed to do something. I lacked culture, so I looked up some ghosts. And I decided if I was a ghost, I'd be a mischievously helpful ghost. Like if I went on a date and I was to date a ghost, we'd have the lights flicker, and I'd light the lights, and she'd flicker them, and then she's like, speak dirty to me, and I'd say, I just called Ghostbusters. Okay, we'll end there. My name is Alan Weiss. I have a show this Friday in where am I going? At Verone's, a wine bar in Arcadia at 8 p.m. You can find me on A.W. Weiss at Instagram. Thank you.
Oh my God. It was so funny.
Thank you.
I put out your picture. Stay up there for a minute. I made a mistake. No, I was laughing. That's why. You're too tall for it. There you go. There you go. She just ran out because I was going up and she thought she had it. I'm laughing at your finger because I was in a mess.
Yeah.
Are you having surgery?
No, pickleball accident.
White people. White people are amazing.
It was white on white hate.
That's it. Oh my God. White on white hate. That happens with white Mercedes with the Persian women. Is that racist? No, touching my hair is racist. That's what happened in Temple this year. They were just like, is that yours? I see everybody's wearing those wigs again. And listen, for down here, for you guys, it's Brown Betty. Just in case you want to know, it's called Brown Betty. Because some guys don't want to know. And if you shave it, that would be weird. I'll never forget, I was dating this guy, very, very wealthy guy, Park Avenue, the whole nine. And he said, you want me to shave for you tonight? And I said, that would be nice. Oh, and so stubble on me. It's like rug burn. Anyway, all I know is that he answered the door with his beard. He answered the door with his beard. It was completely gone. I was just like, what is going on here? Oh, my God. Never mind the double mezuzah. What was that about? All right, they call me Lady Meshuggah for a reason. I'm trying to get everything together, tell you guys where I'm going to be, but I just can't do that because right now I'm going to be going through the streets of Los Angeles calling for Chi-Chi. And you'll hear me say, Chi-Chi! I'm doing it wrong, Aaron? Am I doing it wrong? Chi-Chi! Chi-Chi! I got to do it like that. And then I'm crying for Chi-Chi, and Aviva says to me, it's not Chi-Chi, Mom. She goes, that's Chung. You still have Chi-Chi. I was like, they're both the same bird. It's a Frankenbird. And then Billy Ramirez was like, they look like, what was the word you said? Pterodactyls. You're right. I miss it so much. I miss my birds. I love them. And they were a support animal. Support me from, I could be like, honey, there's birds in the bed now. Well, I did wake up and my husband was on his side and the bird was on his side. And I was like, we killed it. And it wasn't dead. But now it's probably somewhere shivering in a fur coat somewhere. I got to stop and get this off my mind. I want you all to know that if you guys have done if you've done a live feed here within the last, I would say, 3 to 4 months, then this doesn't concern you. But if you haven't and you're interested in what this program, this project that I'm not doing, it's by, who is the name of this company? And never mind, why would I tell you if you're not here? But you should just drop me a note and say, Sunda, I'm in town, whatever, and if I thought you were funny, I will refer you on as well. Remember, people come to watch people who are green because sometimes people want a comedian that's not tainted and hardened and rah, rah, rah. The other thing I have to tell you, and I have to tell you this now because it happens to many of my clients as well as you people who come to open mics, is that you'll find people that say, I saw your act, I was watching the live stream, and I think you're fantastic. And the next thing you know, you're paying these people $260 an hour so that they can book you in clubs. And it doesn't happen, and you turn around to me and say, why didn't this happen? I paid. Vet them. Ask me. Ask me. If it's a friend of mine, I'm going to tell you. Just like this audition, I'm going to tell you. I don't need these idiots calling me now talking about, I wasn't on the live feed because people steal my jokes. You know, when people are working out with me, it's different in the beginning, as you know, Armando. But Armando's like, listen, I'm ready. Armando's like, I'm ready. So if someone does call you with that information, it's just not real until I say it's real, all right? So if you do something like that, that's on you. That's you wasting your money And the other thing is, you take these classes, besides mine, they tell you you can't get on stage yet. I'm in the wrong business. There's a woman who told me, she said, Sundar, they are so good, this class, they don't even let you go on stage. The teacher's so good, you don't go on stage until maybe the second or third time. So that's on you guys, if you make those mistakes. I strongly suggest you take other classes. I'm not saying come here, that we're the end all, but wherever you go, get your money's worth. I think it's pretty ridiculous that comedians can't get on stage after they've paid somebody to do what they're supposed to do. Armando, I showed up for work, right? I was halfway down the street, but I showed up for work. All right. Where am I going to be? So many places. We don't know what's happening yet, but it looks like the Israeli Film Festival has been changed to February, so I will be back, and that will be February, and you could catch me on my Amazon show. I'm so out of it. My bird's gone. I can't even think. Yes, Amazon Prime. It's called Sundar Krunquist Live from Hollywood. The next one will be Sundar Krunquist Live from Paterson, New Jersey. And I won't be live, but they'll be holding me up like Fetty Wap. Who did that song bit? Was it you? Was it you? Was it you? Was it you, Alan? Who was it? The song bit. Billy, that was you? Man, you can impersonate Fetty Wap. Trap Queen. All right. I'd like to thank Aaron for running the board and thank all the new people that are here tonight. And we're going to use you. We utilize everybody here in some way, shape, or form. We love you. Thank you. Good night. Ich spät. Are we done?